lovelies, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very different video to what I usually do at the moment. If you guys have followed me before, then you will know on my channel I usually upload vlogs and hauls and like quite homey kind of content. I've been really into like my hair and my makeup at the moment, so I thought we could sit down and I could talk you through my go-to soft glam at the moment. This is basically what I do every single time I get ready. It's so weird to think that my YouTube channel started like 5-6 years ago from doing makeup. It's just so funny and it feels really like nostalgic sitting here doing my makeup with you, but it's just so nice at the same time. And I hope you guys enjoy my hair and makeup look. This video is also partly sponsored by Foxy. You guys know I work with them every single month and I used their incredible curling wand to create my go-to curls. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know that every single time I have my hair curly, it is that wand. It is incredible. It's the only curling wand that actually holds my hair in place when I curl it, which is just, it's what we all want. And then also my favourite hair oil ever, which is the Gold Luxury Hair Oil by Foxy. I've had this for months and months and months, and look how much I've used. Like, you literally need the tiniest bit and it goes a long way. So if you are interested in Foxy, obviously you'll see me in 2 seconds and I'll show you guys how I curl my hair, but you can use my code AmyRose and you'll get 10% of everything from Foxy. Of course, I'll also list all the products that I show you guys in the description box down below. So if you wanted to shop any of them, they'll all be linked down there. But without further ado, if you want to see my go-to glam makeup at the moment, then please keep watching. Oh my god. I don't know why I chose to film this video on the day where I'm probably the most pale throughout the whole of the week. I've just scrubbed my tan off and this is the result right now. So soz about this. Although we are going to have a glow up in this video and I'm just so excited to show you guys my soft glam. So I've done some of my hair already and I thought I could just do the last section here and then the top of my hair with you guys. And then what I'm going to do is grab my, what are these called? Like no like dent clips or something, I can't remember, but it basically doesn't like make your hair go funny. You know, sometimes when you use grips after you do it and then it creates like a dent, this won't do that. So I'm going to pop these in after and show you guys. So I'm going to use the Foxy gold plated titanium curling wand. That was really close, I literally nearly touched that. So I always put the temperature up to 210, I don't know why, I just always have. So I'm going to wait for that to finish heating up and then at the end I'm going to pop my favourite part in, which is the Foxy Gold Luxury Hair Oil. This is a dream and this like completes my hair. It's just amazing. But one thing I would say about like when you're doing your hair, do it before you do makeup because your hair has time to like cool down. So I literally do 4 sections on each side, curl each side away from my face and then you can just lightly tap it. This does come with a glove as well, which is really useful. It also comes with a heat protective mat, which it is currently leaning on, and also some grips as well. And then it also comes with different plug adapters, which is perfect. So this year I'm definitely going to take them with me because we're going away, which I'm so excited about. And then once it's hot enough, I literally just drop it in my hand. I'll like keep it in the same place just so the curl can cool down a little bit. And then after it's cooled down, you just drop it and then you've got like the most perfect curl. That's what I love about Foxy. Every time I do my hair with Foxy, I know it's gonna look nice. It's not like lucky dip, like is it gonna look nice today? And then the top section, I literally just curl it in 2. So I'll just go around my face each side. And then to add fullness, you can always add the Foxy extensions, which are amazing. They have seamless clip-ins. My shade is Cocoa, by the way, and that's like the most perfect match for my hair. I always get questions on the shade and Cocoa is literally perfect. So my sister recently cut like my bangs, they're kind of bangs, on the side of my face, so I've just been like trying to figure out a new way to kind of like style them. So it's still a process because as you can see, like there's a bit here that doesn't fit, so I have to do it in 2 sections.
It's kind of bittersweet, never thought I'd come back.
So now my hair's all curled, I'm going to use these grips, and I literally just got them from Primark. And you see like the wave bit here, I always grab that bit and then kind of like twist it and then lift it up, and then it just creates a little bit of a lift. So then when I put it down, it just creates more of a lift, which is really nice. So I'm gonna obviously do my makeup, and then it gives my hair perfect time to just cool down, do its thing, and then I'll pop my favourite part in, which is the oil after, and then it just creates the most amazing curls that last so long, and it's just the best thing. Okay, now to move on to makeup. Honestly, this feels really weird because I haven't done this in so long. I always do like little makeup bits and bobs here and there in my vlog, but it's just so weird. It feels really like nostalgic because obviously my channel started from doing makeup and like beauty, and it's just really weird. I feel like, how many years ago is that? 6 years ago. I feel like makeup's changed so much since then, and like all the trends are so different, but it's just so nice. It just feels really weird. So like I said, I have cleansed my skin. That is just #1 tip. Always cleanse your skin twice a day, so it's completely fresh and you've got a complete fresh base to work with. My new favourite cream is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. When I first got this, I really wasn't sure, and then I gave it another go, and oh my god, it's like transformed my skin. I know I'm looking really pale at the moment, but it is just incredible. I'm just gonna move my hair up my face for this bit. So I do put quite a lot on because my skin, especially in the morning at the moment, it just feels really dry, and I think that's also to do with like the seasons changing as well. But I do feel like I could put as much of this cream on as I wanted and it would still like sit nicely underneath makeup. Okay, so now my moisturizer's on, I feel like I can actually move my face properly. You know when your face is really dry after a while and you're like, feel like I couldn't move it properly. We're now going to move on to primer. So I have two that I absolutely adore. So I've got quite combination skin. So mainly like around my nose and like under my eyes, that area can get quite oily, and also I want to try and like smooth out any kind of like wrinkles or creases or anything like that. So I go in with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and this is a blurring primer and it's amazing. But then the rest of my skin, I want it to look really glowy and dewy. So I use the Radial Soft Focus Glow Drops, and this is an Illuminating Ultimate Glow Primer, and it is incredible, and it smells insane. So I'm going to go in with this one first. This one, I've noticed though, less is more. I remember one day I just put loads on and then I had to take it off and redo it because my foundation didn't sit nicely on top, so just use like a tiny bit. And I've started doing it on my smile lines because throughout the day, I don't know if anyone else has the same, getting primer in my hair, they always like crease, like my makeup creases in. So since using this, it's really helped to make my makeup not do that, which is amazing. And then these ones. For foundation, I'm really into using as many products that are like glowy and feel lightweight, but I don't like light coverage. I think I like a medium coverage foundation. I'm just gonna sip on my coffee. So I'm going to mix two together. I always feel like I just have to mix products. So I'm going to use the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and this is in the shade Barcelona. This was the perfect match for me when I had my fake tan on, so I think this is going to be a bit too dark. So I'm going to mix it with the iconic London Radiance Booster in the shade Sand Glow, and this is just going to make it a little bit lighter, but I am going to bring it all the way down onto my chest as well because very pale. But I've also got other products that I'm going to use throughout the video to help with that, so don't worry. I'm going to use the Morphe, I think this is the Ariel, Makeup by Ariel Beauty Blender for the first time, just to see how, oh my god, this is like the softest thing ever. Don't you hate it when you buy a new beauty blender and then you use it and you're like, great, it's dirty. Oh my god. This is amazing. This is like the softest beauty blender I think I've ever used. Thought he was the one until we broke it off. Now my foundation is done. I feel like I've got colour to my skin and it makes me so happy. I am going to obviously add like bronze and stuff to my chest, so don't worry about that. For concealer, these are my favourite. I feel like throughout the years, they're always the ones that I go back to. It's the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer, and I use two shades. So I use Latte and then Vanilla. Vanilla is a lot lighter, but I'll just pop Latte on underneath like that, and then there. And then vanilla just brightens it up, so I'll just pop it over the top like that. And then we're done. Then I'll just pop a little bit on my nose. Blending my concealer, I use this beauty blender. It's amazing for concealer because it really helps to get in like your inner corner. I think this is from Sigma and it blends really nicely as well.
Thought he was the one until we broke it off. I recall it still in his bit of trust.
So to contour, I'm going to use two. For my nose, I always like to use this because the applicator makes it really easy and like precise on your nose. It's the Maybelline Instant Eraser and I use the shade Cocoa. So I literally, and I do this as light as I can, go down on my nose. I do two lines like that and then I'll do like a round ball. And then to contour the rest of my face, I use the Iconic London Sheer Bronze in the shade Spice Tan and also Caramel Glow. I'll just pop them on the back of my hands like that. And then I blend them in with my finger. And then I'll just kind of dot it like that, like above my cheekbone here.
Yeah, I cried like hell. Then I told him off.
This is my first time using my new brushes. If you've watched my previous video, you will know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to use the Makeup by Ariel ones. This one is like the softest thing ever. And I'm just going to use that to blend it out. So as you can see, these contours they're not like the most pigmented, but that's why I like them because you can really build them up. You don't have to be like, it's not like you put too much on and then you're like, oh no. It's really hard to like reverse the process. This is just really easy, buildable like I said, and also just really like sheer and glowy. I remember when I was younger, I used to just go all in with contour. I used to just put as much on as possible and it was like every time I done my makeup, I never learned. It just made no sense. It was like the same thing happened again and again. But I think as you get older and you understand makeup a lot better, like less is more when it comes to like even building your makeup up. You don't need to go all in with foundation. It's just nice to like build it up slowly. But I think I like that about makeup. You kind of just learn from your mistakes. It's fun. You can take it off at the end of the day. Like it's really not a big deal. So now for powder, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Fairlight 10. This is really similar. I'd say this is a dupe for the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's amazing. I do prefer the Laura Mercier one, but this one is a lot more affordable and I can get it in my local Tesco's. So so with powder, especially like at the moment, I have been trying to wear a lot less just because I prefer the look of it, and every time I put loads on I'm like, why did I do that? I like regret it instantly. So I've been making a conscious effort to just do like, to keep tapping basically and put like the tiniest bit on and still have my skin like be dewy and just a bit more glowy. So what I do, especially like under my eyes, is I blend out the creases under my eyes that is from the concealer, just so it's completely smooth, and then I'll just lightly dab underneath. Can I just say, this brush is amazing. Of course I'm going to pop links to everything down below, but this is really amazing. It kind of gets like in everywhere. So the main parts I want to put the most powder is like under my eyes and my nose, and then I'm going to use the bigger powder brush. Oh my god, this was amazing. Literally tap it in really lightly and just kind of just go everywhere else with the powder just to like set everything in place, but I still want my skin to look and feel quite like nice and dewy, you know. To add like a tiny bit more bronzer, literally the tiniest bit, I use the Hoola, but it's the glow version. I'm going to use the brush that it comes with. Is it just me, or is anyone else obsessed with blush? I feel like this year I'm just so obsessed with it. So I've been using the Iconic London. I use a lot of Iconic London products actually. This is the Silk Glow Duo in the shade Coral Glow, and it looks like that. It is beautiful. And it's a really nice palette to like mix and match together. So what I do is I pop the blush on first, pack it on my cheeks, and then I'll grab the highlight and I'll kind of mix them together and then put that above a little bit. I just love this palette. I feel like it's everything that you want in a blush and a highlight, and I love how you can like mix them. They're really buildable. Oh, I just love it. It's like the perfect summer shade as well. So for my brows, I feel like I've gone through so many products over the years with my brows that I've loved, and I've been like, I'm just going to use this. But of course, like, things change, and the one thing that I realise I always go back to is Browsings by Benefit. It's a palette which is very loved. It looks like this. So you have like different shades you can choose from. You've got like this is like a gel kind of formula here to help like stick your brows up. These ones are more like pomades, and then these are like powders. I always use the powders, and I really like mixing the shades up so you're not restricted just using one shade. So I kind of go back and forth with my brows. It's like, it seems like a long process, but it isn't. So this is like the best thing ever for your brows. It is so affordable. Bradley actually bought it for me because I think it was in maybe the first lockdown. Everyone started doing like more makeup and things like that because we were all bored at home, and loads of people used the Got2b, it was like the men's styling gel for their brows, and I used it, and Bradley had that exact one he used to use, and then he saw that this came out and he bought it for me, and it's amazing. So they obviously made one that's specifically for your brows or like any bits of hair and stuff like that. So I'd say this is a dupe for the Refi. So you literally just pop it on, and I like my brows to look wispy and like upwards because it kind of like pulls your face up. So I'll just pop it on. Like, the difference, can you see already? It's crazy. So I just do that, and before I like push it down or anything, I just leave it. So I'm just gonna pop it on.
Now I'm here once again, and things that I forgot.
So after they look crazy, I'm just gonna leave them like it, and that's just basically until they like set a little bit. So while they're setting, for my eyes, I'm really simple. As you can see, I do have individuals on, so it makes it a lot easier when I do my makeup. So I grab this palette and I use the top powder shade. I think I'm gonna grab this brush first just to help put the product on. And I basically go all the way over my eyelids. Should have popped powder on. And then I'll use this brush to basically just blend it. And then I'll bring it upwards towards my brow. And it creates a really like soft, subtle eyeshadow, but I haven't done loads, if you know what I mean. So it's really simple. And then I'll just pop some on my lower lash line, but I'll kind of like bring it up like that and then blend, just so it like lifts my eye up a little bit. So I'm going to go back to my blush and highlight palette, and I'm just going to grab the highlight shade and then pop that in my tear duct. For bottom lash mascara, I'm going to use the Sky High by Maybelline. And because I have individuals, I always have spoolies, which is basically just like a eyelash or eyebrow brush. And then I'll just brush my lashes. So now to move back onto my brows. As you can see, they've like completely set in place. They're looking a bit crazy at the moment. So I mix these two shades together from the Browsings palette, and I lightly just go, I always start under my brows first and just fill in any sort of sparse areas or anywhere that I want to kind of like fill it out.
I worked that later shift at the local bar, but said I'll make it big, said I quit this job.
And then that is my brows done. So I literally just go around the edges. I never feel like in the middle out. I'll just kind of do like the top and the bottom just to create the shape that I want. But brows are sisters, not twins, okay? I try and tell myself that every time I do my brows because they're never perfect, but it gets to a point like this and I'm like, okay, put the brush down, just put the brush down. No, can't save it anymore. I'm now going to move on to my lips, but I'm going to use a lip scrub because at the moment my lips have just been feeling really chapped. So this is one from Lash and it's honey lip scrub. And that's it. I always get a makeup wipe to like, so if any residue like falls, it goes onto this. My lips feel the most plumped and like soft after I do it, so I highly recommend. I always like to put on a little bit of like lip oil or lip balm. So this is from Estee Lauder, it's their lip oil. And I literally put the tiniest bit on just to like moisturize my lips again. And then for my lips, I'm gonna use a brow pencil, which is really strange. And it's like a new thing that I actually got from TikTok. But it's the Rimmel Brow This Way in the shade Ash Brown. I love this. And I mix it with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Cairo. And then to set everything in place, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This will like make your skin airbrush and like flawless, and it's amazing. So one thing I would suggest when you do setting spray, damn it, I've cleaned out my drawers, so I can't find my little fan. Setting spray is done. For my chest and my body, I love to use this. It's by Estee Lauder, it's the Bronze Goddess, but this is the oil and it's got a shimmer to it. I've also got the perfume as well, which I'm going to spray on top. I feel like this scent is just like, sorry, there's a plane so close to my house. That was really, sorry, that's just completely thrown me off. That was really close. Anyway, are they meant to be there? I don't know. But it's really good to like layer up fragrance. Does anyone know if Estee Lauder do this in like a moisturizer or like a body wash or anything? If they do, I'm gonna get it, because the more you layer up the same fragrance, the stronger it will be. So I'm just gonna spray it on my chest. And I have this big brush from Iconic London, and it just helps to evenly distribute everything on my chest area because it's big. And then I'm going to use the Iconic London Illuminating Glow Drops. These are in the shade Original. And then I'm just going to pop these directly on my collarbones. So now moving on to my hair. As you can see, it's got bigger, so I'm going to use the Gold Luxury Hair Oil from Foxy Locks. You literally need the tiniest bit, like that. Mix it in your hands, and then I do this before I brush it out. I just kind of like scrunch it up and then try and like evenly distribute it just in the ends, and then I'll grab my hairbrush and take these out.
Damn, my heart still beats for the place where I grew.
Like, the curls are just the nicest thing. I love it. So I'm gonna add some gold hoops just because you guys know I love my earrings. I just love gold hoops. I feel like instantly it looks a lot more glam as well. And I just will never use anything else on my hair other than the Foxy Locks curling one. Like, it's just amazing. But using it with the oil is just a dream come true. I also obviously have their shampoo and conditioner, which is amazing. They have amazing brushes. Their gold brush is actually the one that I have in my bag, but you can see it just creates the loveliest waves for your hair. All their products, I know I can use them, and I know I'll have like the same lovely result every time. It's just so nice to get ready with confidence, feel confident, and it's just so lovely. So you can get 10% off Foxy Locks by using my code AmyRose. I'll pop it on screen and also in the description box down below in case you guys wanted to shop it, because their products are just amazing. So I'm going to finish this off by spritzing my Bronze Goddess perfume. Honestly, this is like summer. I've been talking to you guys about this on my Instagram stories as well, and in my last video. It's just the most amazing perfume ever. But anyway, I now feel like completely put together and ready for the day ahead. I've got to shoot loads of stuff for Instagram today, so my makeup is perfect for it. As you can see, it's just glowy, dewy. It's quite soft but smoky at the same time. It's just my go-to, and I've been loving it at the moment. Like I've mentioned, all the products that I showed you guys will be linked in the description box down below, including of course Foxy Locks. You can use my code AmyRose and you'll get 10% of everything from Foxy Locks. The quality of their products is just like no other hair care brand that I've used before. This does wonders for your hair. It smells amazing. You know, especially on days where you need to wash your hair but you're like powering through more days, if you put this hair oil in, it smells amazing. And it also smells the same as their shampoo and conditioner, so it's so nice to use all the products together, and they look so lovely as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I would love to see you in my next video on Wednesday. Bye!